What's up, friends? So I did some work on the trailer last night. I was just in here kind of reviewing the damage, and I totally forgot. I was gonna set the camera up and like video all the work and then time lapse it forward, but I totally forgot because I was using my phone for a flashlight. But let's check it out. So I managed to get that whole second piece off. Let's see if I can do this at the same time. So yeah, I took this entire side out. Let me just flip this camera around so I got a better. All right. So yeah, I managed to get this whole side piece out. It was really tough. Check this out. And here's where all the electrical stuff is, fuse box and whatnot. So we realized once we got underneath here that, you know, it was screwed into the wall. And once I tried to lift it up, unlike the other side, it was clearly still stuck over here. And we were like, dang, I don't know what's inside there. We saw these wires and we didn't want to just go taking a saw to it. My thought was like, well, let's cut this whole side piece out and we could stick a drill in and unscrew the parts that I thought were connected up here. But my dad made a good point. He's like, man, there's probably wires in there, so let's not do that. We poked a little hole, looked inside, and sure enough, just all the electrical connections. So what I did instead, we had to basically take a rubber mallet on this side, beat the bottom of the countertop, and there was like two sets of these bastardly things, staples. Man, I hate them. So they were stapled in this way sideways and then also this way coming up. So we decided to be easier to pound this board and basically remove the side staples. And then how we managed to get in here, I had to take the entire electrical box out. There's some screws in here, right there and there. That takes the faceplate off. Once you get that off, there was 4 more holding that whole central unit into the wall. So once I removed this box, then I was able to take a drill inside and take out these screws, which were holding the countertop in place on that end, and also there's 2 more over here. So once I got those out, the only thing attaching that entire why am I not remembering what this is? Countertop to the wall. It's got this rubber seal. You see that? It's like, I don't know what that is. It's just basically like glue, but I ran an X-Acto knife across the top, and once you pop that, it came right off. So the only thing we had to do was pry these miserable big staples. They were out. They were coming in from the bottom up this way into the bottom of the countertop. So, managed to get it off, and then here's what's going down next. I'm actually on my way to Home Depot because I want to complete this particular leg of the project. I don't think it'll take much money, which is good news because I don't have much. But I can keep with the mattress I have, but what I really want to do is get a flat plywood platform going across the base. Because, as you can see, like, the cushions that are on there, they're insetting between this and the lip of this piece of wood. Then you've got this section, which connects to this tabletop. Also, I'm a little bit concerned that over time, when I sleep on this thing, that it's bowing in the middle, just due to my body weight. And I'd like to preserve the integrity of the table in case it ever needs to be used. So it's just, you know, it's a little bit uneven, and you don't notice it on like a one-night stay, but living in this thing, you really start to feel the difference when you sink through. So I cut these slats of wood, and basically I'm gonna like put slats like this and then run a piece of plywood across the base as one flat platform. So it'll be like this. That way it'll just keep my back a little bit more intact. And then for this counter side, my dad had some really nice pieces of wood laying around. So we are going to basically put this thing in, and we're gonna obviously cut it down so it's not, the lip isn't hanging off, but I'm kind of torn. What I want to do is I'm going to make it in a way that it's removable, I think. Because I like the idea, see how that's extended? So when I'm sleeping, I'm probably not going to want this in the way, it gets in the way of the feet. But if I want a little extra counter space, if I don't cut it off right here, like I could just make it permanent, cut it off right here, get that down and stable, and that would be nice. This is where I can put like coffee maker or my big water jug or whatever. But if I make it somewhat removable, or in a way that it just kind of like hinges, locks into place, and I could take this in and out. The downside is that's kind of exposed. I might just put like I don't know, some kind of base, just flimsy piece of wood right there just to keep it protected. But then I could maybe have this as like an extended countertop. So I'm not sure, but you know, we'll figure that out. That's kind of the least of my concerns right now. What I'm more happy about doing is getting this mattress base in place. And then also I'm probably gonna get a piece to cover this, but instead of making it permanent, I'm gonna like hinge it so I can pull it up easily, and or maybe slide it that way. That way I've got easy access from the inside to get into that outdoor compartment. So that's where I'm at. I'm headed to Home Depot. We'll see what we find. Well, so I just got back from checking things out at Home Depot, and I'm like somewhere on the fence. I did find some bases that'll totally work for it, and they're actually exactly the right size, like 4 by 8 feet is the perfect size I need. But what I didn't really count on was to get one thick enough that won't just bust as soon as I lay on it. They're really heavy, like wood's really heavy. So this whole time I've been like, what a bonus to rip those countertops out. That's even more weight that I'm losing off the trailer. And I mean, I'm trying to keep that thing as minimal as possible for the sake of my SUV, which obviously is not, you know, it's not a King Kong Titan truck or anything like that. So the lighter the better for my vehicle's sake. But if I put one of those platforms in there, I think I'm going to put all that weight right back in, and maybe add and then some. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to do. The right move might actually be to leave it like it is and put a better mattress in there, because right now it's just got those, you know, like you've seen, it's got the cushions, and then on top of that is a little, it says it's 4 inches. No way it's 4 inches deep, but it says it's a 4-inch memory foam topper. So I'm thinking, like, if I just change the mattress situation, get like a quality 6-inch true memory foam mattress, not a topper, that might actually prevent me from feeling the inconsistency in the bottom, and also skip all the weight associated with a platform. I don't know. So I don't know if anyone's done this before or what your thoughts are, but put them in the comments and tell me what you guys think. Is it worth the extra weight for that base, or do you think a larger mattress would actually solve the situation? Because the more I think about it, the mattress might be the answer, but I don't know. Tell me what you think. All right, peace.